Hi there, Coastal Bend. It's Meteorologist Carly Smith. We are breaking down your weekend forecast here live. Temperatures are back in the mid-80s. And we do have a chance of rain, that could impact if you're headed out to Jazz Fest. Watch out for some spotty showers, especially on Saturday, possibly even into Sunday. Wind will be a little bit breezy as well. Here's a look at why we are tracking a little bit of rain and why I'm not too concerned about your weekend plans. Hey there everyone, it's Meteorologist Carly Smith. The time now is 10:08 and we are going to get right into that weather forecast. So we talked about Jazz Fest. Now we are going to break down Futurecast. Right now, here's a look. What we have on is onshore wind is returning on this Friday. What that means is, well, we're going to be a little bit more cloudy and we keep a chance of rain. Why we have a chance of rain? Essentially in between this high and this low pressure. Low pressure creates rising air. Rising air is how you get rain. In between these two areas, you also have to have moisture in the atmosphere. And a lot of the moisture that fuels storms across the United States comes from the Gulf of Mexico. And so we have our easterly winds returning moisture to the area. That moisture is then being funneled or brought up toward the low pressure over the Four Corners area. And that is why we are seeing a low chance of rain. Now, most of the rain will be across New Mexico and into portions of West Texas and the Texas Panhandle over the weekend, but for us, because we're in that moisture transport, that moisture stream coming off the Gulf of Mexico, we keep a scattered chance of rain. This is Saturday afternoon and into the evening, off and on showers continuing, so yes, that could impact Jazz Fest. A lot of the modeling has the majority of the rain coming late or Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning. This particular model does keep a decent shot of rain into Sunday, but the rain chances go down. They're trending down as we head into Monday. When we take a look at our available moisture, this is why it's not a washout. It's not a soaker. I'm not saying change your plans. Jazz Fest is going to be so wet. Essentially, what I'm saying is there's a chance for some rain. And when we take a look at the available moisture, we just have kind of that in-between ground, the orange and then the yellow fading into the green. That's becoming a little bit more heavy on the moisture side of things, but it doesn't look great. And in fact, Sunday evening is when we see kind of the most moisture content in South Texas, and then it kind of fades as the high pressure shifts a little bit more to the west there. So yeah, our moisture content doesn't have me confident in the rain, but because we're in that moisture stream that's flowing that heavy rainfall across New Mexico and our proximity to the Gulf of Mexico, we have a chance for those scattered showers. So that could impact beach plans as well. I want everyone to be aware if you are headed to the beach this weekend, we have a chance of rain, maybe a rumble of thunder. Remember, when thunder roars, head indoors. Additionally, 4 to 6 foot waves both Saturday and Sunday is going to have our rip current risk at high. Rip currents can quickly take you in a direction you're not prepared to go out in the Gulf of Mexico, and that typically is out to sea because the rip current sets up to bring the bigger the wave, the more powerful, the more water is in that, the more energy is in that, right? That energy is pushed up the beach and it has to return back out. So the rip current sets up to push that energy back out to sea, and they're not always straight out. Now, you hear a lot of times to swim parallel in the Gulf of Mexico because we have sandbars. Sometimes a sandbar gets weakened in different spots, and so you can actually have curvy rip currents. There's also a really strong longshore current that's been out of the north, so downshore, that could easily switch if you're not ready, as our winds kind of return back out of the east and then east-southeast in the coming days. So that's what we're looking at in terms of your beach forecast. A little hazardous, but bigger waves are going to be out there. So we have the rip current hazard, minor coastal flooding also taking place. Part of that is because we had the full moon on Thursday. During the spring and the fall, we tend to have coastal flooding following the full moon. That's going to continue with higher than normal tides expected over 2 feet above normal for Bob Hall Pier, where it used to be at least, and so you should anticipate water up to the dunes heading into the evening. So anytime between lunchtime and sunset, that water is only going to be getting higher and higher on the beach. You get one of those 6 foot waves, it could crash further up the shoreline than you expect. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Taking a look at your wave forecast, wave heights do fall into Wednesday and Thursday. That's going to come along with our wind. weakening as well. So we'll see lighter wind heading into next week, but still pretty breezy over the weekend. We're talking at least 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. Gusts could still be around 25 up to 30 miles per hour, especially today and Saturday. On this Friday, we're cloudy, we're cool, we're 76 degrees. Temperatures are expected to make their way back into the 80s. Very similar conditions to yesterday, but we have that spotty shower. Not anticipating the rain to really impact any area high school football games this evening, but we will have a breezy east wind. Again, it still could be gusting 25 miles per hour, and we'll have temperatures falling into the 70s. More cloud coverage out there, and yes, here's the opportunity of rain. It's not much on this Friday. As we head into Saturday, our rain chances go up a bit. So watch what happens. We're continuing to get that onshore flow, and we see those spotty showers setting up noon, 3, 7, and then even into the evening hours. So that's something to watch out. Where the heavy rain sets up, where we get a downpour is still very nuanced, but across the area we have a chance for those isolated to scattered showers. In your 7-day forecast, the best chance of rain looks to me, as of this morning, to be on Saturday. Sunday still isolated to widely scattered, and then rain chances diminish a bit as we head into next week and our temperatures heat back up. So hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I will be signing off here from this live update. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. Thanks so much for joining.